My bad, y'all. I'm just looking for this focus group Triple H was talking about. I just got finished watching WrestleMania 41, Triple H, and the first 2 hours, I heard nothing but crickets. There's no excuse for this. This is what happens when you drop the ball weeks and weeks and weeks before WrestleMania 41. You get a stadium full of people that's not invested in a 90% of the show. If it wasn't for the main event match, this would have clearly went down as the worst WrestleMania of all time. It wouldn't even been close. The crowd was flat. The crowd was dead. The crowd didn't care. The first 2 hours was pure silence until Jacob Fatu and LA Knight started kicking up their match. This is WrestleMania. This is the grandest stage of them all. What has it in your mind that anyone in that building wants to see the War Raiders versus the New Day? The War Raiders came out, and it was probably more noise when they did rehearsals than the noise they made with 60+ thousand people. We were this close to one of the biggest disasters ever seen in sports entertainment history. This is what you're charging $10,000 for? Triple H, we need you to put a little bit more in creative. We need you to spend a little bit more time on creative. You spent the hour at the Hall of Fame speech, and the Hall of Fame speech ended at 4 a.m. my time. It didn't come on till 1 a.m. Like, what do you think? Somebody's just about to stay up 40, 72 hours straight to watch 2 nights of WrestleMania and watch you glaze yourself in front of the Hall of Fame? I think not. And speaking of that, shout out to Bret Hart. Because you shook Bret Hart's hand and this what happened. Even Bret Hart is sick of Triple H crap. Austin probably hit 10 beers in. He doesn't even care no more. He puts the middle finger up. He's like, man, let's just let it go, man. I'm just trying to get back off stage. The advertisements they're doing for WrestleMania is just, oh my God. They're like really ODing on the advertisements now. Now, before it was like 1 match or 2 matches. Oh, this was brought to you by Slim Jim, or this was brought to you by this person. Now, it's like every single match was sponsored by another company. The whole ring just looks like a bunch of mess, a bunch of graffiti. They're killing the business. Nobody wants to see that, bro. We want to see storylines. We want to see emotion. We want to see compelling booking. Jey Uso versus Gunther, do you call that compelling booking? All right, we got the WrestleMania moment we all knew we was going to get. Predictable booking. All right, we were going to yeet. It started the night off, cool. But the ending was just so trash. You mean to tell me one of the greatest Intercontinental Championship runs of all time, just to lose to Sami Zayn WrestleMania 40? Turn around, he gets the World Heavyweight Championship just to lose to Jey Uso at WrestleMania 41. If that's not bad enough, he loses by a sleeper. Jey Uso isn't even known for doing any submissions, ever. We all know Jey Uso, he's going to give you a Samoa splash. He's going to give you a super kick. He's going to give you another Samoa splash. He's going to give you a spear. He's going to yeet, and he's going to either win or lose. When have anyone seen Jey Uso do any submission, let alone beat anybody with any submission? Just name any. He can't even beat Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, the jobbers of the world, with any submission, but he's going to turn around and beat somebody like Gunther. Gunther's buried. Thank you very much, Paul Levesque. The rebranding to rebrand Gunther as a strong character is going to be something similar to asking somebody at McDonald's to go perform open heart surgery. You buried the guy. And it's like we just not going to believe another. It's just Gunther just doesn't come off believable anymore. You just let Jey Uso beat you less than 10 seconds, then you tapped off fast. Pussy. It's sad, man. Gunther, one of the best talents out. And not to mention, you couldn't find no way to squeeze Ludwig Kaiser in? Like, come on. The story is right there. Ludwig Kaiser, one of the best talents you got back there. The best thing you could think is for him to job at Andre the Battle Royal Rumble. He couldn't get put in with Tiffany and Charlotte and that whole, well, Kaiser is in my DMs. Nothing. You can't think of nothing for Ludwig Kaiser. Yo, the creative is just frustrating. It's really frustrating. All right, now I get it, Triple H. You want to point out people like me, the content creators, the people in my comments that's not feeling the whole WrestleMania build, that has similar feelings about this WrestleMania 41 Night 1 show. I get it. We supposed to like everything and put everything over, cool. What do you got to say about all the people sitting there rethinking their whole life because they spent thousands of dollars on WrestleMania 41 Night 1 and they're sitting there looking bored to death? It got even to the point where they have this loud and loud, like, remember the loud meter from overseas? They're straight, like, just blatantly lying about the meter, right? The meter will come on. It happened twice. Once with LA Knight, and I think the second time it happened with like Charlotte Flair or somebody. And they're lying. They're acting like the crowd got louder, and it's like the crowd is not getting louder, but the meter goes all the way up to 100, and it says overheat. Just straight lies. Straight lies. And it's like if you put in effort with the creative, you wouldn't have to do the silly shit. It makes zero sense. There's nobody cheering. Why is this meter saying like this crowd is going crazy? They're not. Now to highlight some other things that happened that night, Naomi came out with some new music. Naomi's new gimmick. Naomi is doing the best work of her career. It's not even close. I say that again. That new theme music she came out with, fire. Whole look, fire. I think she should have went over. She had a match with Jade Cargill, and Naomi did a great job carrying that match. Jade Cargill came back, and a lot of people might be giving Jade Cargill flack, but how I feel, bro, the chick didn't have a... Yo, Triple H had her off of TV for months. Then you throw her into WrestleMania, and what do you expect? A 5-star banger? She should have had a few reps in first. This is WrestleMania. And you're performing in front of a dead crowd. So, that match was whatever. Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair, like, what I said about that match isn't going to age well at all. I apologize, y'all. I apologize. I said that match will be like Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 12. And I got to slap myself in the face for that one. It just didn't live up to the hype for me. It was messy. Tiffany Stratton looked like she'd been through war. That visual was like the best thing of the match. At the end of the match, her looking like she'd been through war. It looked like her chip was toothed, but when she went on a press conference, her teeth looked perfect. I don't know, but that looked like a great visual at the end. The match all together, I just didn't get it, man. Like, it looked like it was just looking messy. It looked like they had no chemistry. I don't ever want to see them in the same ring ever again in life. Ever. As far as the last match, you know, like all of y'all know, I'm not a big fan of this match. I didn't like the triple threat. I don't like the Paul Heyman on a pole gimmick. I don't like 3 men fighting over a dude attention. I didn't like none of it. But I'm not going to lie, it saved WrestleMania. Paul Heyman, with the exception of him low blowing Roman Reigns and getting an extra little wiggle in there, which looks extremely weird. I don't know about that. I don't know what's going on, Paul Heyman, but with the exception of that, everything went pretty perfectly if you ask me. They told a story, and even though I didn't like the story, a story was told, a lot of emotion was in it. Paul Heyman turns, and now get ready for the spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear it, just close your ears, or you know what I mean, just fast forward the video. They're saying the spoiler is about to happen. They're saying that now Seth Rollins joined Paul Heyman, and now Paul Heyman, The Rock, and John Cena are all supposed to come together as one big family. I gotta see it to believe it tomorrow. You know, once again, it's a rumor, it's speculation, allegedly, whatever you want to say. I don't want WWE to sue me or anything, but that's just the talk online. That's the talk on Twitter. I don't really know how I feel about it because I'm not gonna lie, bro. I wasn't feeling WrestleMania 41 all to begin with. I don't even know if I'm feeling that. I guess I don't care. It's too predictable. We know Cody Rhodes not winning tomorrow, bro. We know John Cena's winning, and it's like, all right, how are they gonna put this together? The Rock, I really hope he shows up. Maybe that'll be cool, but man, it's not there for me, bro. It's really, really, really not there for me, this whole thing, man. Like, so I guess we'll see what's gonna happen night 2. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about WrestleMania 41 night 1. Let me know what y'all think, what y'all grading it 1 to 10, or if y'all gonna give it a grade A, B, C, D, F. If you ask me, I give it a C minus, a D plus. It would have been an F if the main event didn't end pretty good. If I'm doing 1 to 10, I gotta get this a 4 out of 10. I'm just not WrestleMania, it doesn't have the WrestleMania spirit. I'm not gonna lie, that's what's missing with the whole show. The WrestleMania spirit, the crowd flat, the storytelling is not the best. Too many ads, too much Triple H glazing himself. It's just, come on, bro. Give me a freaking break, bro. Let me know in the comments what y'all think, though. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Bow!